5 years ago, the UN General Assembly recalled that April 12, 1961 was the date of the first human spaceflight, carried out by Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet citizen born in Russia, acknowledged that this historic event opened the way for space exploration for the benefit of mankind, and declared April 12 as the International Day of Human Spaceflight to celebrate each year at the international level the beginning of the space era for humankind, reaffirming the important contribution of space science and technology in achieving sustainable development goals and increasing the well-being of states and peoples, as well as ensuring the realization of their aspiration to maintain outer space for peaceful purposes. Space flights, obviously, are not there only to fuel that great engine of scientific progress, human curiosity. They have increasingly important practical implications in meteorology, agriculture, climate, pollution control, life on land and in the oceans. All those fields where the United Nations and the international community are involved to achieve goals of sustainable development. People of different nationalities and religions work in space conquest programs together in peace, cooperation, and harmony. Today, we celebrate the 55th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin's historic flight. Based on the sketches of Russian scientist Konstantin Tsiolkovsky in the beginning of the 20th century, the dream became a reality thanks to the talent and efforts of thousands of people, scientists, constructors, engineers, and workers, headed by chief designer Sergei Korolev. That fact was particularly remarkable since it came only 16 years after World War II, brought unspeakable devastation in our country. Inevitable competition followed. In 1969, the Americans set foot on the moon. But then, as the Cold War was beginning to thaw, the world could see Russian cosmonauts and American astronauts working together in the 1975 Apollo-Soyuz docking, as a powerful symbol of space being a venue for cooperation rather than confrontation. Our country is understandably proud of our space achievements. First woman cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova, first spacewalk by Alexei Leonov, the longest continuing space flight of 438 days by Valery Polyakov. Overall, 120 men and women from our country made it into space, of 555 humans from 14 countries who have seen our planet from space by now. Even as we speak, the International Space Station, with 3 Russians, 2 Americans, and 1 Englishman, is continuing to make the laps around the Earth, staying in orbit for 6,354 days. Ladies and gentlemen, the exhibition that we have prepared for you consists of materials provided by the Russian Federal Space Agency and the TASS Information Agency. We have here a couple of photos showing Yuri Gagarin and Valentina Tereshkova's visit to the United Nations in 1963. And after this brief ceremony, I invite you to Conference Room 2, situated 1 floor down, to watch a 2013 movie, Gagarin First in Space, that tells the story of the race for the first spaceflight. I've seen it twice, I strongly recommend it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, to provide favorable conditions for continuing universe exploration for the benefit of humanity, we must ensure that outer space stays free of any weapons. That's what the well-known joint Russian-Chinese initiative and subsequent UN General Assembly resolution, No First Spaceman of Weapons in Outer Space, aim at. And it's symbolic that Under-Secretary General and High Representative for Disarmament Affairs, Mr. Kim Won-soo, is here with us today. Mr. Kim Won-soo, I'll invite you to say a few words.
Thank you, Ambassador Turkin and the Russian mission for inviting me to this historic event. But before I speak, I'd like to first convey the message from the Secretary General of his heartfelt congratulations on this historic exhibition and free movie, together with his personal regrets because he is not able to attend this exhibition due to his travel schedule. Today, we celebrate 55 years since the launch of Vostok 1 spacecraft, the first ever human-piloted space flight. Vostok 1 is a great moment for humanity, as Ambassador Churkin also alluded, one echoed in all the great moments of the space age, from the moon landing in 1969 to the launch of the International Space Station in 1998. The many statues dedicated to Vostok's pilot Yuri Gagarin in countries across the world are testament to this. Space is a common heritage of humanity. The peaceful use and exploration of its vast riches is our collective destiny to be carried out for the benefit of all peoples. The exploration of space, as the Secretary General Ban has also said, is a constant reminder of our common humanity and our global quest to conquer shared challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, outer space has now become critical to our way of life. It has also become more congested, contested, and competitive. The increased utilization of outer space by states and commercial actors have also increased the prospects that an accident or miscalculation could cause unintended consequences, including conflicts. The international community must redouble joint efforts to ensure outer space remains a realm free from conflict and accessible for the benefit of all humanity. This must include new additional measures to increase transparency and build confidence in outer space activities. Transparency and confidence building measures, TCBMs, can assist in preventing military confrontation, enhancing clarity of intentions, and increasing security and the long-term sustainability of outer space. The UN Disarmament Commission is currently debating the possible inclusion of outer space issues to its agenda. I hope for all of us, it chooses to do so with Russian leadership and is able to develop long-term solutions to facilitate the universal peaceful use of outer space. Ambassador Churkin, ladies and gentlemen, Yuri Gagarin and Vostok 1 were one of the earliest steps in humanity's journey beyond our planet. As we take the next steps on this journey, I hope we are able to do so together in a spirit of collective endeavor. I thank you so much.